Welcome back. In our last video we were talking about the social contract.
We concluded that the social contract, or the rules of life, came by an unwritten agreement among the people.
In today's video we will discuss specifics of the rules of life in the United States.
We will jump to the chase, as it were, and talk about where we are at today.
In the United States of America in the early 21st century there is a serious drawback to utilizing a literal view of ancient writings to define social norms.
This is especially true in the realm of economics.
We are no longer an agrarian, or farm-based economy.
There are no guarantees that each family will have the means to produce a subsistence-level livelihood.
And there are no guarantees that, in the case of mismanagement, or hardship,
the specified plot of land will be returned to the family descendants after a specific period of time.
If such rules are the rules of God, then the United States economic system in the current era,
and for the better part of its history,
is operating far outside the agreed-upon rules.
Over the thousands of years since the historic writings were codified,
In whatever tradition one chooses to look,
the economic promise of the means of producing minimal life-sustaining resources has vanished from the social contract.
especially in the advanced Western cultures, people are landless.
What little they do have is usually in some form of lifetime lease to some lending institution,
Like a bank, credit union, or savings and loan.
Furthermore, this small plot of land is not capable of producing even the minimal resources to qualify as subsistence livelihood.
In today's environment, most individuals lack the means of self-sustainability.
The United States left the farm behind long ago.
Farming, like so many other economic venues, is now in the hands of a few corporations.
And the general population is locked out of the benefits of the homestead.
Even in rural America, relative prosperity, above subsistence living in the U.S.,
Is still dependent on trading services for livelihood, often augmented by some form of government subsidy.
a form of entitlement and welfare paid to the landowner/operator.
Notwithstanding the rhetoric of the current theosophical adherents,
The vast majority of independent farmers do not survive in this current environment as a self-supporting.
self-sustaining island of economic independence.
However, as the late James Michener pointed out in Centennial, it is tantamount to political suicide for any politician to point this truth out.
The cultural mythos in the United States is one of rugged individualism.
The interconnection of humanity is a fact for the majority of the people in the United States.
Therefore, for the majority of the population, the rules of life,
The socio-economic rules which guarantee relative prosperity and protection against the effects of unforeseen circumstances.
need to reflect the reality of the current world.
We need to establish, in the United States, solid guidelines which reflect the current socio-economic reality of the 21st century,
This is not to be done through force,
but by the alterations of perception of the workings of the economic engine as defined within the social contract.
the rules of life based on an agrarian feudalism of the 16th and 17th centuries
In commentaries from these times,
do not function well in a world run by mammoth corporations,
there is no invisible hand of the market, as Adam Smith put it.
and no God's will, as the Apostle Paul declared.
In today's economy,
It is all the construct of human invention,
and evolved over time,
codified within the popular media.
to form the conventional wisdom of the social contract. In our next video, we will take up the topic of the corporation in society.
Help to see you there.